so we got our floor all built. It's all sheeted and screwed down and insulated and everything. Everything's all blocked up, ready to go. I've snapped lines for where all the walls are. So what I did around the perimeter, I snapped the lines at 5.5 inches so that the wall sheeting can hang down the outside through this entire floor system. It'll hang down to the bottom of here. And then that'll help tie everything together and make it all strong. So I also snapped a line right down the very center of the floor from one end all the way to the other, just so I could start marking out my rake walls for the two end walls. So this wall here is going to be a 6/12 pitch. Like I say, there's the center line. And then I snap the 6/12 pitch wall. And I just mark it all out on the floor. And then I build the wall all to that size, and I'll figure out all the window locations and just kind of build this wall one piece at a time, sheet it, and then stand with the Zoom Boom. Then I did the same thing back here for my 2/12 pitch wall. So that's it there. And it's the same thing, I'll just piece it all together one piece at a time. So to figure out my heights of those walls, I did a little diagram here on just a scrap of plywood. So this right here represents the top of the exterior wall. So that's 5.5 inches wide. And then this is my 6/12 pitch. So my rafter will line up with the inside of that wall. And then this triangle here represents what my bird's mouth cut will be on my rafters. And then so this here on the 6/12 wall will be the top of the roof. And then I did this other line here that I drew 3.5 inches below that. And the reason I went 3.5 inches is so that it'll basically be for our outlooker. So that'll be like a 2x4 there. That'll make the overhang on the front. So like I say, this will be the top height of the 6/12 pitch wall. So then when I figure out that height from there to there, that distance is 1 7/16. So my wall height on the exterior wall over here will be 10 foot 1 1/8. So when I marked this out on the floor, I added 1 7/16, and then I just figured out the 6/12 pitch. And then that's how I snapped this angle line on the floor. And then for the 2/12 one, what I did was when I figure out this diagram here, so these are my 2/12 pitch line, so that's the top of the roof. And then this one is the 3.5 inches down. So the way it works here is these lines here are 5 1/4 inches apart. So that represents my 3-ply ridge beam. So these roofs, I don't want them to intersect here at the peak. I want them to be at the same height at the edge of the beam. So that's because that's where the rafters will attach to the beam. So then when I map that all out, the difference between the 2/12 top of the 2/12 pitch wall and the top of the 6/12 pitch wall is a 1/2 inch. So when I marked this out, I took a measurement from the outside of the floor to the peak of the 6/12, and whatever that measurement was, when I marked out this 2/12 pitch wall, that peak is that number is a 1/2 inch less than what it was on the 6/12. And then I just marked out the 2/12 pitch, and then like I say, I'll build those walls in place. And I'm gonna get cracking and start loading some material and cutting some pieces, and we'll build some walls here.